Hey, so today what we're going to be doing is, now that we've got a new EDC carry bag, we are actually going to be unloading the previous one. And then we can kind of talk a little bit about what's inside. We'll probably go pocket by pocket. And then talk about some things that may not make the cut on the new bag, which there's an irony that although the new bag is bigger, I'm also trying to travel lighter. So more pare down to the essentials, if that makes sense. So we're gonna get that started and kind of go, like I said, pocket by pocket on this. We'll start with, this is the Alpaca Bravo Sling Mini. We're gonna start with this front, like bottom pocket. So first thing that usually is in this pocket, if I'm not driving, is my keys, which are on that key ring, and still rocking the Orbit Key Pro. Need to do a follow-up on that since I backed it on the Kickstarter, and yeah, this is kind of the end game for me. It's been magnificent, but yeah, don't want to spoil the actual long term. But so yeah, we're gonna get started with this big pocket right here. So in this pocket, we carry, this is a Whoop strap. This one is their newest kind of band. I forget what they call it, like Sport Flex or something. And to be quite honest with you, I had a black one as well, and it broke within 30 days, 30 days of wearing it. So this is from that same first production batch, I believe. So I have not worn this very much because this little silver piece right here is the breaking point. This will wear out very quickly, pop completely off of this, and then the whole band is toast. So they actually replaced that for me with the black Hydro Knit, which works really well. This is the Nomad Sport Glow Icy Blue, the sport band version. I believe they just put out a new one a couple days ago, actually. It might have been the Rocky Point version of their bands, which I think are just a little bit more premium. Then we've got an old, this is like from my Series 4, the Nike Plus Sport Band for the Apple Watch. What else do we have in here? A Milanese loop for the Apple Watch. So this is just for bands. Nothing else in here except for the little piece that connects to the keys. That's it for that. So we got, what, 4 bands? One for Whoop, and sometimes I'll throw an additional Whoop one in there depending on what I'm doing. Now let's go to the main pocket here, which, if you can see, it has many like smaller pockets there. But first we got USB-C power adapter, and that's the first thing I want to talk about. I have so many USB-ish lightning cables in here. I do want to pare those down. The only problem is, let's talk about women and their clothes. So a lot of times, my wife, if she does have pockets, the way women's clothes work is they're astonishingly small. So you're not gonna want to carry things there. So usually I pack enough chargers for the both of us, because her phone is always almost dead, even though she just recently got a battery replacement a few months ago for her iPhone. And she's at 100%, and I'm at like 75%, so capacity. So, but she always needs a charge, so I generally carry around too many chargers. Here is another USB-C charger. This is from the Insta360 Flow Pro AI, I believe. Here's another USB-C charger. So that's 2. Let's count them up. This is from the Charge Mini. It has the ability to do Lightning or USB-C, and you can pop that off like this, which is really cool. But just in case I need this to be USB-C, I always carry the little adapter. So that's actually something new to the everyday carry, as I didn't have the Charge Flow Mini, or what is it? Yeah, the Charge Flow Mini before. Here is a USB-C to, what is it? I mean, a Lightning to camera adapter. I don't remember what the use case for this was. Oh, you know what? I needed to have a microphone plugged in, I think, at the same time as charging. So that's what that's used for. So I do have one of those. I have a headphone jack, basically. I think it's 3.5 to 3.5. Let's see, I got, this bad boy, the original USB-C to 3.5 dongle. Yeah, a lot of just charging cords here. Here is another charger. This is actually the charger for my wallet from ESR. They have a very specific proprietary charger, unfortunately. Here is another USB-C. So yeah, definitely gonna pair down these USB-Cs. Another USB-C. This is a USB-C to lightning cable. So this is for the phones. I have the 13 Pro Max and my wife has the 12 Pro Max. So these are some additional ear cushions for my headphones of choice currently. These are the Baseus MA10 Pros, I believe. Really nice headphones. Very inexpensive, but to me over-deliver. Then we've got in the, so that's these little like smaller dual pockets are empty now. And then there's a second pocket that's pretty deep. And in that one we have Burberry Hero, one of my favorite colognes. We got some Crest there. Can never be, I don't want to be caught off guard there. So then we've got a USB-C to USB-C cable. Once again, cable yourself to death sometimes. Then we have all the USB-C, all the micro SD cards. So now that whole pocket's empty. And we've got this back, like what will be considered the main pocket. Here we have, which I hardly ever use, the Anchor. I forget what this one is. It's the one with the kickstand though. I got it for Christmas a number of years ago, so you can prop that up. Now, I will tell you, the kickstand ability is not great with this. Like, when you prop it up, depending on what place you're putting it in, that thing's gonna fall down. But it is a great charger. And then I always carry in my pocket one of the older ones that didn't have the stand. But, yeah, so I always have that. Then I have, these are, I think, diffusion lenses. The diffusion lens filters for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And then I have the ND filters. So both of these are from Newer. And they do filters they do a lot of accessories for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Here is a Anchor 332 USB-C hub. That's a 5-in-1. So I've got PDN, 2 USB-Cs, 2 USB-As, and HDMI. Yeah, so there's the 5. We can get a good view of that. But yeah, so that's what I have. I have a lot of gaming handhelds that I might carry sometimes separately from the bag, so it's nice to have them. Then I've got 2 Sharpies. One is blue, the other is black. And then I have this is a specific pen that works with the journal I have, the erasable Rocket books. Then I have, it's top 2 and it's not 2, the Dr. Grip. Best pen in the world to me. Then we have the Rocket book. This particular, what's cool about this is you can write in this, then take a picture. It can be placed in your smartphone. It'll digitize, like take the digital image and write a note about it. Like you transfer basically your notes here to your phone, and then using this cloth and yeah, I don't actually remember where I put I had the spray bottle in here at some point. There's a little spray bottle I have where I spray it and then wipe it, and it'll take everything off. So essentially, you can always start on the first page if you want to, and I got this notebook probably like 3 or 4 years ago and haven't needed to buy another notebook, although I do have other notebooks, just regular pen and paper ones. And then we've got the Kindle, the last generation before they went to color. This is I actually have 2 of these Kindles. The other one's in a blue. It's the signature edition of this. But this is the one I use more often because my my baby son had got to my other one, and I don't put screen protectors on these, and then he kind of slid it all over the floor, and it's extremely scratched the other blue one. And it's the signature edition, and I have like the wireless charger for it that you put it on. But this is the one I carry around on a daily basis. And I am reading The 5 Types of Wealth by Sahil Bloom. Great book so far. Would recommend it to anybody. Just really good insights there. But yeah, I keep a Kindle on me. So always love to read when I can. I have like over a year's worth of reading streak on my, what do you call them, Kindle milestones or achievements. And then another USB-C to USB-C. So I think absolutely we're going to have to look into how many of these USB-Cs can I get rid of. Hopefully everything but like 3. Because I need to charge my Osmo Pocket 3. What else? Probably my Miu Mini Plus. I don't know what else. I don't feel like I need to charge that many things that way. So definitely gonna have to make some changes there. But as you can see, that leaves every pocket here empty. And then that just leaves the back. Let's talk about the back. Okay, what we have in the back is my backup wallet from ESR. That is a Find My type of wallet, so you can see right there. Yeah, it's a Find My wallet from ESR, locatable, and it has that same charging that you seen earlier. That pin that works for that, which is really cool. What's crazy is it also works for my main wallet, which is an ESR wallet. So this is the one that is on my smartphone every day. See, it's by ESR. It has the little finger loop here, and I prop my phone on it all the time. So it's holding 3 cards right now, and here's like the back of it, and it can prop the phone in any which way. So I usually prop it sideways, and the magnets are great. They work very well. So yeah, I'm frequently doing that, and so that's kind of what that is for. And that works out really well. So that's what I use that for. And then what else is in here? Oh, little coin bull strap, if you know that company. They do a lot of accessories for iPhone. They had a subscription service. They might still have a subscription service, but I think their first drop and their slogan, "Enjoy the Journey," was one of these coins, which I have other coins. I'll have to show you. I have a Orbit Key Nest device that houses some other essentials for me, but I'll usually carry those in a bigger bag if I need to, or just, carry the Orbit Key by itself. So that's kind of everything. It's a lot in a smallish bag. You can't even, like, the table does not, there's a lot in this small bag, but I have a bigger bag now. So like I said, going to make some changes. Don't know exactly what those are yet, but I'm thinking for sure the cable overload has to go, and probably, I don't know, maybe not carry, I don't know. It's actually not a lot to me, but definitely need to make some changes, as there will be some additions. Like I said, the Miu Mini Plus, and then probably the Vita. So yeah, we'll need to make some changes there, and yeah, stay tuned for those. We'll call this bag the pre, I don't know, Pre-2025, and then when we load up the new bag, we'll see what the space looks like. But yeah, alpaca. I like the alpaca bags. I don't know about their book bags. I've been looking at those, but I'm probably a few years out of the market for a book bag just based on my current lifestyle. Not really, unless I go travel a lot. I'm not book bagging it too much. So, but yeah, this is the Alpaca. It's a little beat up, the old one, but served me really well. And actually, my wife likes to use this when we go on walks sometimes because the way it sits on her hip, she's able to put the my 18-month-old like on this area and it doesn't hurt. So it's really interesting the different ways it can be used. So yeah, this was kind of a deconstruction of an old EDC, and then there will absolutely be some changes moving forward, but stay tuned for that. So we'll get the 2025 V2 version of the EDC carry. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Peace.